everybody, it's Caitlin McKenna with Long and Foster. I hope you are doing well and enjoying this series talking about financing. So today I wanted to touch on a little bit about what's going on in the market and how that is affecting some of the financing and what you need to consider both from a buyer and a seller's perspective in regards to financing and appraisal. So often I'm asked the question, and recently I've been asked a lot, are you swamped? Is the market crazy? Well, the answer is always yes. I'm always swamped. I'm always crazy, but that's just kind of the nature of real estate. When you are working with a client in order to help them achieve their real estate goal, we're always swamped, we're always busy because we're happy to help you achieve whatever goal that it is that you're looking to achieve within real estate. But I think the real question I'm being asked is what's going on in the market? So that's the question I really want to answer today. So when you look at the market today, what's going on? There is a lot of demand out there for housing. So that puts pressure on the supply equation. We have more demand than we do supply. Simply said, we have more people looking to buy houses than we have people looking to sell homes. So that increases prices because there's more demand than supply. So you may be asking yourself, so why are people out buying houses if there's not a lot out there? Well, let's talk a little bit about what happened in 2020 and what's continuing in 2021. In 2020, we saw historically low interest rates. So what's historic? Well, it wouldn't be uncommon that in 2020 we saw interest rates with a 3 or possibly a 2 in front of it. Well, I think it was about 17 records that were hit in 2020 as far as rates dropping to historic lows. Well, the previous generations who were purchasing homes were financing homes with 17, 18%, maybe 13% in a really good year. So that's what's historic about it, is that we haven't seen interest rates this low ever. Also, a second factor that's driving this demand is the generational shift in buying power. Currently, the millennials have a large portion of the buying power in today's consumer world. There's about 62 million millennials out there in the US, and they have experienced success in their careers, they have stabilized themselves, they have accumulated savings and are now looking for items to either purchase or investments to make. So they're coming into the market, into the housing market with stable jobs and also savings built and entering in a time when rates are historically low. So there is this large pressure on the demand portion of the supply and demand equation where people are saying, we have now arrived into our buying power and we would like to spend it during a time when it is very cheap to borrow money, and we would like to use that to buy our family home or our first home or an investment property. With interest rates remaining low, we are starting to see them creep up, but we're still seeing the demand there. But what does that mean if you're looking to buy a home? Well, that means that it's very important to have your real estate team together, especially have those conversations with your lender, your loan partner, about your financing. You may be going to look at a home and you may have to look at that house rather quickly and then make a decision rather quickly whether or not you would like to move forward with making an offer. Well, in order to make an offer, you need a pre-approval or pre-qualification letter to go along with your offer. So you need to have that team assembled and a lot of those discussions that occurred before you go view the home. And there's some questions like you'll see from one of my previous videos, questions that you may want to have in your household about, is this the monthly payment we're looking to achieve with our home? So what it means from a buyer's perspective is, yes, you have to get out and you have to see homes rather quickly, but you need to make sure that you have your team assembled beforehand and have a lot of those financing discussions ahead of time. Now let's look at it from a seller's perspective. What does that mean? So if you're selling a home in order to buy another home, you will have to answer the question, what order do you want to do this in? Would you like to sell your home and then purchase another home, or would you like to purchase the other home and then sell your home? So you have to analyze what's going to be the best situation for you and for your household, and then what is the competition looking like in your market, because that may reflect into, what order you want to do things. Also, it means for a seller that when you are looking to sell a property, you really have to do a good analysis on the expected value of your home. Every time a person goes to secure a loan for a home, at some point in the buying process, there has to be an appraisal done by a third party appraiser. And it's that person's job to determine the value of that home, because that's going to be the loan amount or potentially lower. So on a seller side, you have to really do the research in partnership with your realtor about what do you expect the value of this home to be, because you want to make sure that you don't run into issues later after you're under contract with a buyer where the home may not appraise, or it appraises way too high, and now you're back into negotiations about what are you going to do with the buyer in order to move forward in this contract. So I hope this was helpful information. I know I'm asked the question a lot, but I wanted to dig in a little deeper into what I think the question I'm really being asked is, what's going on in today's market? It's always evolving, it's always changing, but it's always a good question to ask. What's going on in the real estate market? So if you have any questions about what are the current trends in the market, or what you want to discuss potentially what you think might be happening in the future, I would love to have that discussion with you and help you dig into any information that you would like to see. So if you found this information helpful, connect with me. Below is my contact information. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to continue tuning into this series or maybe some other helpful information. I post videos every Monday, and I look forward to connecting with you each Monday. Bye!